Hello, this is John Miller, the creator of The Rest of Everest. I think I can safely say that this show is, without a doubt, the most in-depth look into the entire experience of what it takes to climb Everest, as well as some other peaks throughout the Himalayas. But all of the events in this series are shown in chronological order, so if you're new to the show, please go all the way back to episode 000 and watch everything in order. That's truly the best way to enjoy it. Thanks.
This is the Rest of Everest video podcast, an almost unabridged expedition experience. Episode 139, It's Just a Phase.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to The Rest of Everest. I'm John Miller. Have the interesting news that we were just talking about this earlier, but this week's episode is being recorded with participants on 3 continents right now. We have Germany, so we've got Europe, we've got the US for North America, and we also have Africa represented because Andy Wolf is calling in from South Africa today, and she has a very good Skype connection, so that's really great. We also have, like I said, in Germany, we've got Thilo and John Farah. We've got John Coleman and Steve Wolf. And we also have Kyle Anderson. Welcome him back to the show. How you doing?
Hey. Doing great. Great.
All right. So as we spoke 2 episodes ago, I believe, when we heard about Andy's different taping methods for her feet and everything. Andy, you learned those by doing fieldwork in South Africa.
Yeah, I have some very dear friends here that are mountaineers, and in 2003 I did a field season with the sons of my dear friends in the highlands of the Drakensberg and Lesotho, and we spent a month hiking trails and doing lots of really cool things. And of course, when you're doing that, you get blisters on your feet because you're hiking in the rain and very tough terrain, and so they introduced me to this magical tape that is from South Africa. It's has zinc oxide in the adhesive, and it's wonderful stuff. I just can't say enough about it. And in the U.S., you can get it from Sports Medicine Store. I think it's a chain of stores. Ours is called the Sports Medicine Store, and it's called Luco Tape, I think is the brand name. So it's really good stuff.
Yeah, I think I actually put a link to where you can find it online, at least, in the comments of
the funny thing about it, John, is that it doesn't have zinc oxide as one of the ingredients on the label, but it's the same stuff that I buy over here, and it does have zinc oxide, according to the pharmacist. So I don't know what to tell you, but it still works really great.
Well, hopefully some of that tape will come in handy to those of you watching the show, and it certainly works some wonders for Andy. But I'd say let's go up and get back to the hiking, and let's go back up to the misty section of trail between Tukla and Dingboche. So here we go. All right, so there's Thilo. Always easy to spot in his red jacket.
And his giant Teenage Mutant Ninja Thilo backpack.
Yep.
I think it was the baklava that made him look like that.
It was extra exercise
I
for
told
me.
Thilo that if we just started moving, the mist would clear immediately. I don't think he believed me. As soon as we started moving, it cleared right up.
what we're doing here is we're trying to find the happy birthday Megan written in stone on the...
Oh, not Megan,
hillside.
Megan.
Megan, yes, Megan. It's hard to see in the video there, but Megan's actually sitting in there. She's on the left there.
And here you can see how big our sea letters are. There's Megan. Let's see, I'll show the M. Here, come and stand at the point of the M. That's a big M.
It is.
Yeah. They spent a while working on this. They like you.
Yeah, once you get closer, you can see exactly how many stones they had to
Yeah, so what did you think about this when you saw it the other day?
arrange to make this work.
This is the coolest thing ever. Especially since it'll be here for a while and everybody who passes by will see it.
Here, walk up to the happy here. You can see the H there?
All John Ferrer got was an anatomically correct snowman.
And we're still high at altitude. Tilo, what altitude do you still have us at?
Sorry?
What altitude do you still have us at?
I don't know. We're currently at 4,400 meters.
4,400 meters. Oh yeah, the yaks are sleeping right there.
Yeah, the whole time we've been watched by these yaks. I didn't even notice.
Enjoying the entertainment. But, so 4,460?
4,400 meters.
4,400 meters, and I bet for most of the people, if not all the people watching this, that's higher than where you are right now.
We were 1,000 meters higher than that yesterday.
But yay, we're not today. Well, should we go to Dingboche?
Yes. We go to Dingboche.
Dingboche. No, you want to go to Dingboche, but we're going to Dingboche.
I never can remember names.
All right.
That teal looks like oxygen.
I think you were saying that John Farrell only got the anatomically correct snowman. Well, I think the snowman was proof that he wasn't a girl. So I think they did that for Megan.
That was so funny.
Start up there.
There's Pembanuri.
Super, then come down to me. Yes. And as soon as you're down and have me in the frame.
Those of you who are fans of Chris's show might know that, or might remember that he was releasing some photo tips that he filmed while on this trek, and he filmed them almost all the way on the way down. And Pemba here was his cameraman the whole time.
Around completely, and we are so in fog, and that's the time when a lot of people, I see a lot of people just tucking away their cameras, but you don't have to. What I found is that when you shoot in fog, you're basically sitting inside a huge dark spot. This is the most diffuse light you will ever get. So
that was the behind-the-scenes footage. And actually, we had Pemba on our on our trek in 2010, and he took up the camera again, and he shot 13 or 14 tapes for me. Did a great job.
Oh yeah.
There's sun
You know
on.
what that one says down there? That one is something like that.
It's what?
Trekking or
Looks like it's kind of falling apart.
yeah. I don't know.
Pretty neat though. Neat with Steve, look it over here. Just point your camera right over there.
Yeah.
You're being watched. You ever get the feeling you're being watched? Those are,
I didn't even see them.
those are real yaks.
Yeah.
And there's more.
I think it was around this point in the trail too, where there was that one like giant yak that looked like one of those. Looked like one of those Star Wars creatures that the Tusken Raiders rode.
Okay.
I did a double take on it. I thought that can't be real.
Oh, I thought these things smelled bad on the outside.
Yeah, feel comfortable.
There's Kyle. So it just got foggier and foggier as the clouds descended on us. So this is Chris and I descending from that high point above Dingboche, and there's that stupa down there that you may remember from the episodes below Dingboche, or in Dingboche.
Yeah, the scenery that day was not so great. Basically just fog everywhere.
It was special. It was different.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was different, yeah.
I do remember thinking the guest house was a welcome sight, and I was thinking about hot chocolate.
I don't think I ever actually got into the guest house. That was the night I just hit my tent and was out.
I thought the clouds really created a different feel, because you're so used to these big wide open spaces, and it was not big and wide open in that fog. It was actually, I don't know, felt kind of private while you were walking around.
It was very mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
Hot shower.
Mm-hmm. So this is the actual Mt Everest guest house that we stayed at, and it was right across the, I'm going to say the road, but actually the hiking path, the walking path from the Dingboche guest house that we stayed in several days ago.
Name is difficult. Just give me the whole name. It's hello. The iPhone doesn't work at this altitude.
Nobody tell Steve.
Hello.
Jobs.
It's the altitude. Oh, there we are.
Yeah, Chris was having all kinds of problems with the
iPhone doesn't work at this altitude.
Just not working.
Nice time.
Well, you had talked about that in a previous episode about the crystals or something. Pasang's carrying somebody's pack backwards. Look at that.
Yeah.
That was a pretty common sight.
I may have edited this footage in out of order. This might be the next morning, but
I think this is the next morning, John.
because there's no tents. We never walked into camp without tents. So when editing these episodes, I pull from so many sources. It's hard to get them all synced up sometimes.
So what are you guys playing here? I've seen you play it day after day after day, and the last time we were here in Dingboche.
Phase 10.
What's Phase 10? Phase 10, P-H-A-S-E?
Yes.
I can't get too close to the stove here. It's cooking, but so what is it?
It's a rummy game, and you have to make 10 phases.
This one. Okay.
And whoever finishes phase 10 first is the winner. You're supposed to keep track of points, but we don't, because it's just more fun to play.
How long does it take to play a full game?
Forever. It can take a day.
Depends how many people.
Mm-hmm.
Who seems to be the best so far?
Right.
Always the Sherpa.
Everybody. No Sherpa anymore.
Yeah, he's pretty competitive.
Did you hear that too? I did. I saw it. It was it's on some kind of flying by.
But I have seen that a lot of the guys have been playing with you in the past and enjoying it immensely.
It's a good way to pass the time.
No, the problem with this heater is now I'm starting to smell myself.
Oh, no.
When it was cold in here.
That was a gruesome thing, too.
I have no idea what any of that means. The cards. I just saw their hands and it means nothing to me.
Here, these are the phases.
This game ended up being, I think, crucial to the trek, because when we got snowed in Dingboche before,
it was a sanity saver.
Yeah, large portion of you guys played it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was a fun game.
Want to use it for time machine?
Later in the evening there, I got onto my SD cards on the laptop and played a lot of the footage that I had been shooting for these guys, and they really enjoyed it. And Chris took a photograph of it with his 5D Mark II, and I was astounded by its low light capabilities, because the whole thing's being lit only by my headlamp.
Morning. Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good time.
Favorite time of the day.
Yeah. It's our wake-up service. Yeah.
Coffee.
Tea with sugar.
Yeah.
Have everybody drink coffee in the morning?
Grab it.
I always had tea.
I always drink tea.
Tea.
Tea with sugar.
Coffee.
Okay.
The reason I didn't choose coffee is because I didn't want to have to stop trailside every 5 minutes.
And for me, once the coffee buzz wears off, I tend to crash hard, and
Thank you.
that doesn't work so well up in the Himalayas.
So, John, you're going to miss the morning tea service?
That'll probably miss, yeah. As much as I hate getting up this early, it's nice to have someone bring you a cup of hot tea every morning.
What time is it?
I believe it's probably 6.
It's early.
It's early. Very early.
It does make it a little bit easier when you get tea handed to you.
Yeah.
I do still miss that.
Yeah, me too.
John, I'm camping in South Africa next week for a week, and I'm really going to miss it.
Yeah. You get spoiled, you really do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is morning of the 16th. No, that's not right. It says 6:16. It must be 6:16 in the morning.
I was tired.
It's the 17th. May 17th today. And we still have today, tomorrow, and half a day on the 19th of hiking. So today we're hiking down to a town above Namche Bazaar, which John and I were just talking. It's going to be pretty cool because we're probably going to drop below the tree line today. And you're looking forward to seeing some trees?
Yep.
Why?
Kind of tired of seeing nothing but dirt and rocks all the time. You know, see some color.
What else are you tired of right now?
Tired of the cold.
Yeah.
Just cold all the time. You know, it was okay for a couple days, but it just drags on and on. It's like, just want to be warm for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting down into some more humid air. As you can probably tell, my voice has been changing throughout the past week. Altitude, the dry air and everything just kind of really gets to my throat. And I've definitely, there's been like 3 of us. I'm trying to think who it is. It's me, and Monica definitely has the cough. And one other person. Who's the other person? We're all sitting in a line.
Hello.
I'm tired every day right now. And I'm only seem to be waking up after we've been hiking for about an hour. But in any case, A few of us have developed cough. Mine is under control right now, but it will return. Have you gotten a cough at all?
Just intermittently, not a nagging cough or anything.
Well, how was all of the downhill for you? Because now we're going down, and everyone might think, "Oh, going down is so easy." You just go downhill. Just go downhill. But it's not as easy as it sounds.
Not at all.
So how's your legs and joints been taking it?
It definitely puts a lot of impact on your, particularly on your knees and your ankles, and a lot of the downhill terrain is very dirty kind of loose dirt and gravel, and so you're just slipping and sliding all over the place.
Kind of like walking on some ball bearings or marbles.
A lot of times, yeah. So it's certainly not easy by any stretch of the imagination to go down. Although, like you said, you do start to feel a little bit stronger as we drop in altitude and we start getting more oxygen in our systems. But that's offset by the difficulty of, like I said, just the general terrain.
Yeah, and yesterday, added on top of that is just that it was cold and the wind was blowing right at us, and it was not snowing so much as kind of these little teeny ice pellets. I guess it'd be more like it was a little hailstorm, and they just hit you in the face and sting.
Yeah, not fun at all.
No, not fun. But today, should be another interesting day, because we are going to go and we'll be hiking through the forest at some point today, which is going to be cool. I mean, be even more oxygen there because of the trees. And then I'm looking outside right now, and unfortunately I think we've lost our good morning streak of blue skies to wake up to. So anything else you want to say this morning?
No.
All right. I'm going to go try to film some of the people, and I'm going to show you what it looks like outside right now. No blue sky. I can see Steve Wolf. Steve Wolf's watching the whole thing. Oh, Steve Wolf he's my hookup. Come out, Steve. Here, come here.
I didn't do it.
Who needs shoes?
Has
You're
shoes?
a mountain man.
Good smoke.
Yeah, Angie has a cough too, and she wants you to know about it.
Yeah, it might have been, yeah.
Yeah, Andy was the other person.
The Wolves both said that they would be able to hook Monica and I up with all these cough drops. This is a huge score. This is a really huge score up here, because I have back home I have like 800 cough drops that I was going to take with me to give the entire group, but they were too heavy. I couldn't take them, so they went in the do not take pile. And the Wolves brought about 200 each, 100 each.
Oh, about 100 each.
About 100 each of different kinds from CVS. It's kind of like a Walgreens. I guess they have in Colorado, but mostly I'm familiar with it in the eastern part of the country. But they said, I was coughing up a lung last night.
There's that stream of lack of consciousness again.
I was like, you're kidding me.
Hey, it's not just me.
Ricola as well, but I gave them all away to our Sherpa staff, just as just candy and stuff, because I just appreciate them so much. I wanted to I always try to give them something every day, just a little something to show how much I appreciate them. And I gave away all my cough drops. So look at this. Look at that. It's huge. This is a huge score. Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm going to take one right now.
And the cough drops weren't even enough to take care of it. I had to take about 4 weeks of antibiotics when I got home.
Yeah.
Ooh. Red. All right. Let's see what it looks like outside.
It's funny how you can get
You're like
stoned
a
off
kid in a
oxygen.
candy store, John.
See in a minute, John.
Just really lucky that we had that really beautiful morning, the previous morning as we were leaving Gorak Shep. Just really fortunate we had that opportunity to see those beautiful views.
Yeah, we got lucky with a lot of really beautiful mornings.
The trek for.
Grass.
Yeah, fun to see the grass there.
It's kind of amazing because just a few days before we had like 6 inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah, it's the same village we were snowed in at. Now it's all beautiful and green. And I remember that toilet well. It's actually one of the nicer ones, if I recall. It wasn't too bad.
I think it actually had ceramic in it, didn't it?
I believe so, yeah. You could actually sit down.
Believe it or not, I did not film it.
I believe that's the one that I think it was Steve Beatty had to rescue Chris when he was he went in there and discovered he did not have the necessary toiletries.
That's just bad form.
Yeah. Always be prepared.
John's now in the daily battle with the sleeping bag.
Good times.
To get it all into his stuff stack there. The negative 40-degree bags are wonderful, but the reason they are is because they get very lofty. Fill lots of air, and when you stuff them in the sack, all that air kind of gets shoved. It gets compressed, and it's a daily battle.
It really is a battle, too.
much more difficult.
And all too often the sleeping bag won.
Stuffing your sleeping bag into its sack can just about wear you out.
It was just about this point where I was finally getting good at it, too, just as it was time to stop doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little easier every day, though.
And he's pulling the cinch strap tight. Bingo. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, you might watch this and go, how difficult could that be? But they just don't let go of that air easily, and it just becomes extremely difficult. And like I said there in the video, when you're at high altitude, that really can wear you out.
Yeah, it's a good sometimes 10 minutes or more fighting with that sleeping bag every morning.
Well,
next
week we're gonna depart Dingboche because we only spent one night there, and we are going to head back down the trail towards Dingboche. But I stop along the trail and I give everyone a quick. That was one of the video workshops, so you'll actually get the benefit of that. Hopefully it'll help some people out, but that will be no charge at all. So thanks you guys for joining me. Thank you, Andy, for making the time to call in from your trip, and I guess we'll just catch you guys next week.
Great
to talk with you, John.
All right, bye guys.
See you later.
John.
Yeah. Bye.
The Rest of Everest is downloaded all over the world every day, and watching the show has become a part of many people's weekly routine. The show will always be free to download, but it's by no means free to produce. Please help me cover my costs by making a small monthly or one-time donation from the right sidebar on my website, and in return I'll give you some cool bonus materials. A donation of any amount will grant you access to some interesting video content, including high-definition versions of several podcast episodes. A one-time donation of $25 or more, or any of the monthly donation options, will additionally grant you access to a downloadable version of the film Everest: The Other Side, which episodes 1 to 61 are based on. I really cannot express how vital these donations are, and if you've made a donation, thank you so much. As always, our announcer is Marlon May, and our music is provided by Wendy Wu. Check her out at wendywoo.com. Thanks so much, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching The Rest of Everest. For more information on the expedition, please visit therestofeverest.com.